Dear students, we had been discussing the poem Sea Fever. So today we are coming to the last stanza of the poem. Let us recapitulate what had been discussed in the previous classes. The poet has a strong desire to travel. This wanderthirst does not let the poet rest. The anticipation of a sea voyage fills the poet with thrill and ecstasy. And in this poem, the poet gives a vivid description of the seascape. But all through the poem, we find the poet's strong desire for a travel. Actually, this desire for travel is inherent in man. Man wants to see the unseen. Man wants to know the unknown. And this inherent desire of man makes man travel long distances. In this case, the poet is enamored of the sea. He wants to embark on a voyage. In the very first line, the poet says that he must embark on a voyage. He must visit the lonely sea and the sky. The sea and the sky are lonely because they have no companion. They are natural elements and they have no companion, so they are lonely. And what does the poet want for his journey? He wants a tall ship and a star to take the ship in the right direction. But it is not an ordinary star. It is the pole star. So the poet asks for a tall ship and a pole star. And what will he experience during the voyage? He will experience the kick of the wheel, the song of the wind, and the shaking of the white sail. This ship is operating with the help of the wind. There is a sail, palache, and the wind strikes against the sail and the boat keeps moving. There is a grey mist on the sea's face and a grey dawn sets in. Dawn means early morning. Early in the morning, the entire ambience is covered with a grey fog. That is why the color of the morning is also greyish. The poet says that he must embark on a voyage because he hears the call of the running tide. The call of the running tide is irresistible to the poet. The poet cannot resist it because it is a call that is clear and wide. That means the call of nature is so penetrating. The call of nature is so irresistible that the poet cannot but respond to that call. It cannot be denied. That means he cannot just wish it away. He cannot resist the call of nature. And what kind of a day does the poet want? The poet wants a windy day. Why does he want a windy day? Because a windy day is full of wind. A strong wind will blow and will help the ship to move. If the strong wind is not moving, the ship will be stranded. The ship will not move. That's why he wants a windy day. And the ambience should be pleasant. White clouds should sail across the sky. And the flung spray and the blown spew. Water, drops of water will hit against the ship. There will be foam on the waves and the cry of the seagull will be heard. In this way, the poet gives a vivid description of the seascape. Now we are coming to the last stanza of the poem. I must go down to the seas again to the vagrant gypsy life. The poet wants the life of a gypsy. What is a gypsy? A gypsy is a nomadic tribe. Nomad, N-O-M-A-D. That means people who travel from one place to another in search of livelihood. যারা জীবিকার সন্ধানে বিভিন্ন স্থানে ঘুরে বেড়ায়, they are called nomads, বাংলায় যাযাবর. So the gypsy leads a vagrant life. Vagrant means vagabond, ভবঘুরে. The poet wants the vagrant life of a gypsy. The comforts of the home is not for him. He does not want to enjoy the luxury of house. He does not want to enjoy the comfort of home. He wants to embark on a voyage. He wants to lead the life of a nomadic gypsy. He must embark on a voyage to the Gulf's way and the whale's way, and the seagull and the whale will show the poet the path. Whale, তিমি মাছ, seagull, শঙ্খচিল কবিকে পথ দেখাবে. These elements of nature, these creatures of nature will help the poet to choose the right path. That's why the poet says to the gull's way and the whale's way. And where the wind's like a whetted knife, the word whetted means sharp, the wind will blow, and the poet compares the wind with a knife. This is a simile. Simile is a figure of speech. Simile হচ্ছে এক ধরনের অলঙ্কার ইংরেজিতে. Simile means where there is a comparison between two things. Here, the poet compares the wind to a knife. But if there is a similarity, if there is a comparison, there must be some points of similarity. What is the similarity between the wind and the knife? A knife is sharp. Similarly, when the strong wind blows, it cuts through the body like a knife. That means a strong wind, when it blows hard, it is like a sharp knife.